thank you all for stopping by my channel today. It's your girl Melinda here with another video. It's a different type of video, but it's still crafting. I am here today with some yarn. As you can see, we have the Premier Just yarn, worsted in the color yellow. And I get this from the Dollar Tree. I really love the worsted Premier Just yarn from the Dollar Tree. I love the quality of it. You get 109 yards on it. And I just love this yarn. I just love the way it performs. It has never given me any problems. You have the crafted square yarn from the Dollar Tree as well, but it tends to be just a little bit thinner. But I love the thickness, the density on this yarn. So I always love going to Dollar Tree picking up this yarn. All right. And we're going to be showing you how I make a pair of earrings today. We're going to make one pair of earrings here on the channel. All right. So are you all ready? I know I switched it up just a little bit. Okay. But nevertheless, it's still crafting. Okay, and so we got our yarn we're going to use. I have this book right here. This is just a little planner book. I love the fact that it's nice and sturdy, you know, and you want to have something to wrap your yarn with. And then I have this little kit right here, and it is an earring making kit. And you can pick this up at Amazon, and I will make sure if I can remember to. So, like I said, I picked this up at Amazon, and if I can remember to leave the link in the description box, I definitely will. And you get quite a bit of things to make your earrings. I love this, and what I love about it, it helps keep everything nice and neat. It comes with a little tweezer here to be able to control, even, you know, kind of pick up some of these things, because some of these things are very small. It has a little ring right here where this helps you when you're using the fish hooks. You can sit the ring, you can put the ring on your finger if you need, or sit the ring down, put the fish hook down in there, and this helps you control the fish hook when you're trying to attach it to any of your jewelry. Okay, and then there's several different kinds of backings. You got all these are lead free. That's what I love about it. You have your silver tone in that. You have your gold tone. Then you have your little, you have different size links in here. It's so much in the gold tone, silver tone. Then you have your pins. You have the fish hooks in the gold tone, silver tone. You even have larger links. It's just so much, and what I love about it, you can fold them back down and everything. And then you have these type of backings here in the gold tone and the silver tone. Those were the silver tone. These are the gold tone. So you get so much. You have these type of backings here, gold tone, silver tone, I'm telling you. And then you have the little post backs to put on the glue down on the earring. Post back. You got the silver tone, gold tone. You also even have the little rubber post backings, well, post, and then you have all of these rubber clear backs. I mean, this little thing is loaded with so much, and I love it. And like I said, it helps you to keep all your things nice and neat. And what we're going to be using today is the fish hook backing, and the depending on the style of earring that you make, you will need the links or you may not. But the style that I'm making today, you will not need the links, so we're just going to use the fish hook backing today. And we will use some of the clear backings for this. Okay, so that's what we're going to use out of this kit today. And you can pick these same pieces here. You can pick these up at Walmart, and you can pick these up at your Hobby Lobby or Michael's, you know, any of your craft stores, Joann's, whatever. Okay, I usually like to get mine from Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby normally has their jewelry making things for 50% off. So I love getting them from there. But I love this case here because it keeps it neat, and it gives me options. And you can get a case as well from Hobby Lobby and Michael's as well. Okay, so you're gonna need that. I like to have me a pair of small shears because you're working with jewelry, so I like small shears and not large shears. And I get these from Dollar Tree. They cut precision. They actually, to me, cut better than a big pair of scissors, and they stay for a while. And then you're gonna need this kind of like a tweezer type tool to make sure that you opening and closing your fish hooks to put it on the earring and close it back. You can use the scissor if you need to, okay? So if you don't have these, you can use these because they're small, but you're definitely gonna need something with a small nose so that you can get in there and open it up and get in there and close it. That's why I said you can use the scissor because it has a small nose on it. All right. Now, if you want to measure your earrings to make sure that they're the same length, I started out doing that. I don't really do it anymore. You will need a tape measure if you want to measure and make sure that your earrings are the exact same length, okay? So, if you are interested in seeing what type of earring that I create, I suggest that you keep on. So what we have is our yarn. I already took the covering off. We have our book here. Now, what I love about this particular book right here is you can wrap the book from this way, or you could wrap the yarn the long way. Okay, if you wrap it the long way, you're going to get a longer earring. If you want to wrap it this way, you're going to get a shorter earring. So you want to make sure that you are being wise in choosing your sides. Sometimes you may get a book that has the same length on both sides, meaning it's a perfect square, then it doesn't matter. But when you're using a book such as this, like a rectangle shape, you want to use the side that you are not going to be wasting yarn, okay? So because this is not going to be a real long earring that I'm creating, I'm going to use this side. So I'm going to wrap around this side, okay? Also, when you're wrapping, you want to be able to make sure that you're counting the times that you wrap, okay? So I'm going to just literally show you what I do. I put it down at the bottom like so. So I place it at the bottom like so. And I just keep wrapping. I'm just trying to stay in camera. And what I'm going to do to create this earring, because this earring is going to be a little chunky, but not too chunky. So it depends on how many times you wrap is how thick your earring is going to be. So what we're creating today is something dainty. So I'm going to only wrap 30 times. So what I'm doing is I'm creating two earrings. So we're going to wrap 30 times on this end of the book, and then I'm going to wrap 30 times on this end of the book. So keep on watching. Okay, so now what we're going to do is slide this off the side. get it off. And we're going to make sure that we keep it separate like so. Okay? So keep it separate. What I like to do is go in and take my index finger like so and pull it taut, meaning you're pulling it strong. Make sure you got all the loops. Don't worry about that 2 strings that's hanging. Just make sure you got all the loops. And I like to pull it taut. Then I like to take that shear, because they're so sharp, and go across the thumb like so. Right? Now, take the other side. And what I want to do is take a small piece of yarn. Now I ended up cutting the side wrong first, so excuse me. I will show you the other one, because that's not the proper way that I normally do it. I got a little ahead of myself. So I like to take it, because I usually like to do this part first before I cut. So I did that wrong. So pardon me, but nevertheless it's still going to come out the same way. It's just going to be one less piece on each side. And I like to tie it in a knot. So I like to do it at least 3 times to make sure that there's a knot like so. Then I like to go in and make sure that I separate them so that the yarn that I wrapped around, you will see that. That's what you want to see right there. And so I like to take these little 2 small pieces, and then we just lay them down. Okay, I'll lay them down and out of the way. All right, and now I'm going to show you. Take the other one off. Take the other side off. Same way. Now this time I'm going to do it the correct way that I like to do it. I like to go in and bring my string in. Now, first, make that knot. Pull it tight, but don't pull it where you have pulled the yarn apart. Making a knot. And I'm about to make it one more tie. All right. Now here is where I like to go in and make sure. I like to open it up so I can see that little ring right there. Make sure that each side is doing what it needs to do. And now I like to pull it taut. Make sure I have each piece like it's supposed to be. Pull it taut, okay? Now I go in and cut. And anything that's left, you get that. And now I got the same effect as the first time. Just did it backwards. Same thing. Now we're going to put that down. Now what I like to do is take the 2 little ends that we tied the knot. I like to go ahead and cut them. Okay? And then I like to take it and lay it down like so. I'm going to go ahead and do the other. Cut. And lay it down, and lay the side that we cut, lay it down on the bottom. Let that be the bottom. Okay? Now what we're going to do is, get our fish hooks out. So, take 2 of these fish hooks and get them out. Now, this is the reason why you need the little jewelry tweezer or whatever, and you want to go in you have a little circle there. You got this little spring right here, the little ball. Now I like to kind of push back on the ball and if I can, and grab hold. Note that the little opening here, this little opening right here, is on the same side as the fish hook, so you won't be confused. The opening to open it up is on the same side as the hook. So I like to go in and grab that hook and open it up. Just bend it where it's open. See, now you can see it open now. And I like to take the earring and go under that little wrap. Now, what you want to do is grab that hook, keep the ball back toward the spring, and close the hole. Close the little hook, squeeze it and close it. Now it's closed again. And you want to make sure you got it nice and closed so it doesn't work its way out. So I like to make sure that ball is out of the way. Let me do it this way. There, oops, there we go. Now I got it all the way closed, if you can see that. It's all the way closed now. So it won't slip out because I got it pierced really, really good. I pierced it really good, okay? So now you got that, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. Okay, so now what we're going to do, this is the piece of yarn. What we're going to do now is, I'm going to lay this one to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. I like to lay a nice little generous piece down. Okay, see where it starts at? Right here. And what I like to do is lay this on top like so, to wherever I want the ball, the knot that you see on the tassel earrings to be. Okay, and what we're going to do is tie, and you want to make sure that all of your yarn is nice and smooth. I like to take my hands and brush it out, make sure everything is nice and smooth, front and back, and even all the way around. And tie a knot like so. Now the ball is nice and even all the way around. And I like to come and flip it over and tie it on the back side. like so. And I like to pull it nice and generous. Then I like to take this is the one that I tied. You want to make sure you hold on to that. You don't want to mix it up, because now you can't find it. If you can't find it and you start pulling on it, you're going to pull your whole earring apart. So what I like to do is take that and put it in the other hand, right? And grab hold to the back of the rest of the earring, the rest of the yarn. And I like to leave this out, and then I take my middle finger and hold it back and keep it separate from the rest of the yarn. Now what I'm going to do, and notice the fish hook backing is facing me, because that's what I want, my fish hook backing to face me. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the yarn and begin wrapping around the earring. Okay, and giving a little, you know, kind of tighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to keep going down, and I want to let that go, because I want to make sure that I'm grasping this so this stays in the way. And now I can just let that drop if I want, or pick it back up in that middle finger and keep wrapping. Keep wrapping downward. And putting a little tension on there. Going down, 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 as far as you want to go. And I like to kind of straighten it up a little bit. Move my hand backwards so I can keep coming down. And I'm going to keep them together. Keep wrapping them together. Okay, so that's as far down as I want to go. So what I'm going to do now is that little piece, I'm going to make sure I leave that out. I'm going to make sure I'm going to leave that kind of on the top of my thumb. And then I'm going to cut off this. And I'm leaving this just a little bit longer, because now we're going to tie a knot. And I usually do 2 ties. And what I like to do is make sure it's going under. It's under. See? It's under the yarn. And then we're going to tie it one more time. And make sure that it is going under, so the knot is hidden. Then what I like to do, now we're going to cut this off, and I like to kind of pull this like so. And now we have this cute little tassel. Okay, cute little tassel. And then what we'll do is trim the excess. And because you made a nice little, like a wand type, I like to make sure that it's straight and, you know, it's bendable. It will bend. and just to straighten it out and make sure that it's looking straight like I want, okay? And you have your little tassel. Now this is uneven and we will trim this off. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and do the same thing with the other earring. And I like to keep it nearby, so when I begin wrapping, I want this to match this. Like I want it to be the same length. I don't want it to be shorter or longer. I want it to be the same length. And then we'll trim off the ends. So keep on watching. Okay, now that they are both even on both sides, I'm loving the way that they are looking on both sides. You want to make sure that your balls are, you know, nice and neat. This one here could have went down just a little bit, but yeah, there we go. Sometimes you gotta just work with it and make sure that they're nice and round and even, and making sure that your wrap is nice and even. And what I like to do is kind of take a look at the loose ones down here and see which is the shortest and kind of cut almost to the shortest, okay? Because they're going to be different lengths because as you were wrapping. So we're going to go ahead and get this trimmed. That is it. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Super duper cute, super duper easy. And what I like to do when I am going to sell these, I pick up these at Amazon, and they look very high-end and professional. And you have these backings that I'm going to add on, and this is what I do when I present them and sell them, okay? And then also for my packaging, I use these cute little, you get 40 in here. These are the zipper seal bags from the Dollar Tree out of the party section. And this is how I package my earrings for sale. quick little tip I'm sharing with y'all, because presentation is everything. And I like to slide this part in first, seal them up, and they look high end sitting on my table. And they're covered and they are protected, okay? So listen, what do you all think? Tell me what you think in the comments about these cute tassel earrings. All right, I want to thank y'all for stopping by today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified and you don't miss out on these videos. Now, just take one more second and look at how beautiful these turned out on the model. Keep on watching.